some years ago, I was discussing with a man, a grown up man in his 50s, concerning the state of the youth of this country. He asked me of my opinion of what I think about them. I said, in my own belief, I might be wrong, but that's the way I perceive it. They are the upgraded version of the morons that fill up the space in the country. He looked at me and he laughed. But he said I was right. Perhaps it relates or my opinion resonated with him as at that period. And it is still the opinion that still resonates with me even up to now. So welcome to my channel. This is Future ABC Media Online TV, and my name is Nigerian Youth as usual. I'm here again to rant, but tonight I'm not going to be ranting about things that are not that relevant. Tonight I want to talk about things that concern the youth and even the adults of this country. In my last video, I spoke about a few of the things relating to the state of our country for now, issues that are worth dissecting every second, every minute. Issues that has to do with the cashless society that we are running currently. It's not just about the policy, it's about actually, literally having no cash to spend. And the second thing is about the fuel scarcity and the rot. You know, in the video I mentioned how the filling station and their racketeering POS operator have become the sovereign, God that we now worship. A lot of people have to buy their own money from their hands. I mentioned how the NNPC in my area um, rejects ATM card when you want to purchase or when you want to get some fuel. They will tell you that they don't allow you to pay through your ATM. You have to go and collect the cash from the people who they have stationed in their filling station, who will sell the money to you, and then you use the money to pay for the fuel, and the filling station people or the operators will sell it back to the POS people. So it's the racket. So a lot of people will come and say Buhari is a wicked president, Emefiele is a wicked CBN governor. Obviously, for most people who are being affected by this cashless, or the strangulation of the strangulation from the lack of cash that we have in the country for now, or the shortage of cash, maybe due to hoarding. We don't know. Everybody just come up with different kind of speculation. But tonight, you know, if you check the POS operators too, the way they behave, everybody are behaving wicked. It shows the nature of an average Nigerian. You know, according to the video I made the last time, telling us about the wickedness that is like a web of wickedness where people have to explore the exploitation and the extortion of, an average Nigerians who are shouting. But the question is, if for all the people who are calling the POS people wicked, if they are the one doing the business, they might do worse. So Nigerian youth will say one governor is bad, one president is bad, but when you check the little privilege given to them just to prove their integrity, their good image at this, you know, very volatile point in our lives, you discover that it is obvious that if most people in Nigeria who criticize the government of today are given the privilege to lead, they will definitely do worse. There's no doubt about that. But tonight, I just want to encourage the youth to ask you, you know, a lot of youth have been clamoring for Peter Obi, especially the tribe that we were told that have been marginalized for so long. Though Peter Obi movement was supposed to be a movement that a lot of people would have loved to queue behind until, our tribalistic nature brought out the worst, or bring out the person in us, and we begins to misbehave. A lot of Igbo people, I'm a Yoruba guy, have a lot of Igbos as friends. In fact, I would say I have more Igbo friends, no more Igbo, relate more with Igbos than Yoruba. But maybe I'm lucky to have the good ones, but most of the Igbos have Igbolized the whole of Peter Obi's movement. But I pray and I hope that we have a good president that will emerge, after this election, the election that is going to be coming up in the next 1 week. But the truth is that we have many candidates. We have the like of Omoyele Sowore, who is my preferred candidate any day, anytime. We have the likes of Peter Obi. We have the likes of uh, um, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We have the likes of Atiku Abubakar. Anyone that becomes the president. I want to speak to you youth now. Anyone that becomes the president, what change do you think that person can make from the highest seat of the land that will trickle down to the grassroots? Just a question. So I believe him. I have my own opinion about how life should be. See, every human being that comes to this world at a particular point in time had to go through childhood, nurturing, and everything. And at the end of the day, you have to either go to school or go and learn one trade or go and learn one handiwork. And by the time you're done, you have to be ready to start solving people's problem. But it's quite unfortunate, people don't solve any problems, especially here in Nigeria. They don't know that it is by solving problems that they can become relevant, even to themselves or to their society. So they wake up, they all go to school, they all, you know, they didn't pay attention much in class. Most of them came out a failure. And at the end of the day, people still want to be successful. So because we have always had bad people in the country that produce bad leaders, it encourages a lot of people to also go into crime. So that's where we have all sort of 419, internet scammers, and, and the likes. Even young guys of these days are even going into ritual. Are becoming ritualists. They do rituals. Almost all the girls. Don't take my word for it. Just go online, check your Scooper, your Phoenix, and every other, uh, compound social media platform like that. Phoenix especially, you will see all sort of rots. Girls don't know any other thing than to come up, show their bums, show their boobs, reveal their body. That's what they sell these days. No talent, no nothing. Would you blame them? Kim Kardashian doesn't have talent. Beyonce have talent. Unfortunately, Kim Kardashian have more money than Beyonce. So people believe that The world needs something. Perhaps men of the world who are very insensitive, in my own opinion. I've seen old people who have seen all sort of nakedness in their life, and when they still see a young girl opening her body, they go gaga and stuff like that. Maybe this girl feels that there is a large market for selling of the body, revealing of your body, so they make it their day to day life. You know, they make it a job. They make a job out of it to come online, reveal their body. And at the end of the day, people watch, TikTok pay, Instagram pays, Facebook, maybe not Facebook, but at least TikTok and every other social media that allows such rotten things to be placed on their platform. So the guys are into fraud, the girls are more or less like prostitutes. Even the ones who went to school, you will see different podcasts about what a man should do for you, for a girl to submit. I was watching a video not quite long before I started this video. A young lady with her friends, they were three in that podcast, and confidently she was saying that a man has to be able to provide money, sex, and everything. So for a lady, the girl must be able to tick all the boxes of what she wants from different men. So if she can find everything in a man, that means she will submit to the man. But if she can't, they are encouraging other girls to have many boyfriends. The one that will be there for you during sex, the one that will be there for you for you know when it comes to money and all that. But the guys too. And youths, what is your problem? You wake up every morning, you pay scant attention to yourself, but you pay more attention to people who are already made. You begin to shout, say Ronaldo, Oro. Oro is never your family and can never be. It's the same way a Christian can never be Israelite. In this country, we are Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, and the other tribes. So no matter how much you want to key yourself into the blessing of Abraham, Abraham is not you have no genealogy with Abraham. Key into it spiritually or physically. Well, that's not. I'm not talking about religion today, so don't let me divert. But you pay scant attention to yourself. A lot of youth have talents, talents they never discovered, talents they never pay attention to, talent that could have helped bring them up, even perhaps more successful than the people they are following. You will see people who are far older than Davido, Wizkid, and other Burna Boy and the likes shouting Baba, Baba online. You go there, you pay scant attention to yourself, but you give priority to other people whose life doesn't influence your own in any way. And at the end of the day, you come and blame one government. School you didn't go to, work you didn't learn, and you start engaging in yahoo yahoo. Is that what you want to continue to do for the rest of your life? At the end of the day, we say we have a rotten society, and everybody is always looking for a way to blame the government. I come here today to ask you, if we have the best governors, the best chairman, the best local government council representative, the best president, even if the president have the best ministers in every sector, and we have people in the Senate that are working tirelessly to make sure we have good life. The same thing to the honorables in the House of Representatives. The question is, with this kind of attitude that everybody have, youth especially, how do you see your country progressing? Because the president is not coming to start sharing money, it's just to make policy and to make the environment friendly for you to thrive. So when you wake up every day to go online as a troll, to go and shout Davido, Whiskey, Burna Boy, and argue who is who have more money, who have the most money, who won the who has the best record, and you begin to follow people like puppets. So let me remind you of this. Everybody you follow in your life, online, social media, or whatever, all those people who claim to be celebrities that you follow, you're making money for them. In fact, you being following them, by you following them, it means that they are going to be making money from you. Every data that you use in watching them, there is a way all these service provider pay the platform you watch them, be it Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or whatever. So when this service provider that you are using, Glo, MTN, or Airtel, or any other service, Pretanet, or whatever, when they pay them back, those platforms pay those celebrities that you are watching. So they make money, they buy big houses, they ride in big cars. Your children are well to do, and your life becomes stopped. At least, I want the youth of this country to look at their family. Everybody have mothers, fathers, grannies, and look at their life, especially the ones that are there for us to learn from. And ask yourself, is that the way you want your life to become? Because during their time, there was no much distraction, and they still find life very difficult at their old age, that they have to even depend on what their children or children's children or their grandchildren brings to give. I mean, what their children or their children's children can give to support them for them to be able to feed. So it automatically means if you are growing at the pace at which you are growing, paying less attention to your life is going to be worse than theirs. Not cursing anybody, it's just the truth. So you wake up every day, you are not thinking of any innovation, you are not thinking of any to create something, you're not thinking of what you want to use your life to do, what you could achieve with your life. All you could do on a daily basis is to wake up, to go and argue online, to go and watch football. If you are Yoruba, you will understand this. Wọ́n lẹ́ni tá à ń wò kì í wòran, which translates to, if you actually want to be successful, you want people to start watching you, you won't use all your time to watch others. You will pay attention to your own potential, your own greatness, and your own life. And you will help yourself nurture your life to greatness rather than helping other people nurture their life to greatness. You wake up every day to go and watch things that is none of your business. It's not helping you. There are many things you can learn online: trading, handiwork, how to become successful, the process through which you can. There are many processes of becoming successful. And becoming successful doesn't mean everybody is going to be Dangote. Becoming successful is to be able to provide for yourself, your family, and be able to save or invest for the future. So that when you are old, haggard, and weary, you will have enough that can take care of you. You don't need to be like your parents that need to wait at every point in time, at every week, monthly, depending by weekly, depending on what time, you usually send them cash or fund for them to feed. It's common in Africa. Most of our parents raised us as investments. They don't raise us as children, as human. So they send you to school, they ask you to do this and that. It's because they are hoping that maybe one day you become successful and then you'll be there for them. That's another topic on its own because I don't want to dwell. Whether it's good or bad is relatively different from person to person. But in my own opinion, I don't think that's the best way to live. I'm not saying any children should not help their parent or give to, but not the way, not the intention which most parents raise children. Raise them, you know you can hardly even take care of two children, but you give birth to six or seven or eight, hoping that at least one of them will become successful in the future, so they will be able to come and take care of you. They will buy you cars, they will build you house and stuff like that. That's a silly and an insensitive way of looking at life. And the youth and the children too that are growing up. If you're watching this video, and if you're an adult watching this video and you have children, help your children not nurture your children to greatness. Help your children to achieve greatness. Always encourage them. Always talk to them. And remind them that if they want to be successful, they need to pay attention to themselves and not pay attention to the world. There are too many distractions in the world. Football becomes so big today because a lot of people pay attention to it. Trust me. If nobody is watching football, football doesn't have money. If you know what Messi, the likes of Messi and Ronaldo and some of the other players have earned in their life, if they choose not to work again, if they manage their wealth very well, their children will never have to work. And all this money comes from what? From people watching. They say it's entertainment. No, nobody asks you not to entertain yourself, but not at the detriment of yourself in order to make someone's fulfillment come true. Pay attention to yourself. So election is coming fast. I'm not going to advise people to vote. Anybody that wins, win. It doesn't even matter. As far as I'm concerned, there are three frontliner, you know, in the presidential race now. One said is the one who brought the disaster we have there right now, and it's still coming to, I don't know. The other one who had become VP, who have been allegedly labeled a thief, who was labeled a thief by his superior, who, you know, his running mate from 1999 to 2007, and had so many scandals here and there concerning money. He said he's the one that can solve the problem. And the third one, who is considered an opportunist, saw the loopholes, like Buhari also saw in 2009, I mean 2015, 2014, 15. People were tired of the PDP administration led by Jonathan there and came with this change mantra. The Mr. Opportunist also came down and said he's the one who can solve the Nigerian problem. The same way he solved the Anambra problem. Some people said he has integrity. I don't know anything about that, but as far as I'm concerned, if you have ruled in this country before, and we cannot identify with you any significant thing you do in your state or in your domain, you are a failure already. I used to say it to many people. Whoever you vote for, doesn't matter. The three clowns that are there are not different from each other. They are like students who are writing the same exam. The best of them will get 2/10 and will be the first. Already the first out of them is even a failure. And the so-called first among them, according to the view of people now, uh, is Obi, Peter Obi, who claimed that he is not coming to probe anybody. Maybe he always said that for political reason, maybe just to win election. Maybe if you get there, we'll start probing them, we don't know. But even if you win, even if he's the best president, if you don't change your attitude, if you don't change your perception, your perspectives, you will still have the same problem. Because let me tell you one thing, when Jonathan was there is no president in this country who had ever ruled, no matter how bad they are, there are some people who become successful during their reign. Me, I like Jonathan administration. Though that's the best administration I've seen personally. It affected a lot of Nigerians, but a whole lot of things happens to me then. Those were my moment of big, you know, big breakthrough. I made a lot of money. And while working, maybe his administration favor the companies that I was working for. Then I was able to make a lot of money until Mr. Balablu's friend, Mr. Balablu came and then imposed this clueless, allegedly Sudanese man on us. And then here we are today, almost 8 years after all the promises of him solving almost every problem that are not even in existence then. And yet he has compounded to all the problems. But whoever become the president, and if the person happens to be the best, even if you have the best governor, the best chairmans in your area, if you don't change your perception, your attitude towards life, you will remain in the same position. You know yourself. If you're wicked, you know. Selfish, you know. Insensitive, you know. And if you don't know, you need to start watching video of people like me. It's not for bragging. That can begin to highlight all these things for you to understand, for you to process. Because sometimes a madman doesn't even know he's mad. Except if the madness, if you can see a madman, you record his action, his reaction, and all this charade while he was mad. And when he received cure, they told him he was mad. He said, no, you play him the video. But the truth is just that a lot of people are sick in this country. Not, the health version. Brain sick. And they don't know it. If you wake up every morning to go and play betting, you are sick. Because for you to make 1 million, that betting will have made. Yeah, just keep pouring to 2,000, 1,000, 500. You won't know what you're losing. I'm serious. If you wake up every morning to think of what Lionel Messi and C. Ronaldo is doing, you are sick. They are not your families. They are not even Nigerian. And there's no way they can benefit you in any way. If you are betting on them and you're winning, maybe. But how long can you do that? Evolution will happen. Things will change. Football in the next 10 years, football might not be that relevant again. The upcoming generation might just wake up and even go into another entertainment. It might be music, it might be, there was a time it was music all over the world. Music make more money than football at the time. But now even footballers make more money than musicians. You know, at the end of the day, something else might come up. Might be tech, tomorrow might be another distraction will come up. But the truth is just that if you wake up every morning to go and chase other people's shadow, to go and applaud other people's potential, to go and watch other people explore their God-given talents, like you people used to call it, the talents that you know that are there in them, embedded in them, and you ignore yourself, you are your own problems. Oh. And if you are the type who they always take to church to go and pray, to kill all the enemies that is holding you down without even knowing that you are the one holding yourself down, you might be cursing yourself through that your prayer without your knowledge. So it's high time for the youth and for the citizens of this country called Nigeria to wake up from their slumber, to start reasoning, process everything you want to do. Ask yourself things you've done. Ask yourself what you've benefited arguing online over people or arguing online with people you don't know and argue over people whom you don't know. You only just know them through their social media or through watching them on TV as a celebrity, but they don't know you. They don't even know you exist. And ask yourself the question. I've seen a lot of people come and a lot of celebrities saying, I remember when Peter P. Square came out and said, if you want to be the hospital, he cannot put his 1 billion naira, but he can collect 1 billion naira from the citizen, but he cannot give back. He said, without the government helping. Well, that's his opinion, but the truth is just that name one thing every celebrities you are following around have ever done for the betterment of humanity. Hospitals they even built, whether they even say they want to raise fund for hospital or what, even all the ones who build the platform for them to come on, but are they even looking for them? I was watching that the freeze video at the time. He came out to help raise fund for Fade Yoloro. How many Odunlade Adekola of today that you are following around even remember that there are people who created platform for them to thrive? Is Freeze supposed to be the one raising money for Fade Yoloro when we have the likes of Odunlade Adekola, we have the likes of Meanwhile Adema? There are plenty people who watch all these other legendary actors grow up. So they are not even helping their own industry. And the people who they met in the industry, who are elderly people now, not to now talk of helping you. So you follow them at your peril. Follow people. A lot of people are following this, following that. They have celebrities. Celebrities will now wake up, they will paint their face, they'll put it online, you go and watch. They say rubbish online, you go and watch. You're wasting your data to watch other people make money. Is that not a shame on you? But well, you can tell me and say, oh, it's your life. If it is your life, then do whenever there is a problem, keep it to yourself. Don't come out and start complaining. But if you are smart, go and read. If you are a Christian or a Muslim, just pick up the Bible. I am both before in the past, but I'm none now. But there are still some pieces in the Bible that I can still refer to. Read the book of Proverbs 13, chapter 13, verse 20. He who walk with the wise shall be wise. Companion of fools suffers harms. So if you learn how to reason and have good people who can be using their words to open all the closed webs of your brain, maybe you start to reason like a proper a proper and a normal human being. And if you know all you can do in your life is to go to people's page to go and abuse them, comment rubbish, trolls them, argue about things that less concern your life, keep it up. I can tell you, whether you shout Obi, most of the people crying, shouting Obi, Obi, Obi around, go and check them at their working place, they are 419s. They are not diligent to works. They lack good image. They lack integrity. The same Buhari people are abusing today. Go and check many people that are abusing him. They are worse than him. If they are given the privilege, Buhari will look like a saint now. I've gathered a lot of youth on several occasions. Ask them, if you are given privilege to become the governor of the state, what will you do? You will hear, Baba, alone. I will chop money. That's just it. You blame them. Idea, nothing. And nobody doesn't have idea. Everybody have something here. It's just that some people have silenced it completely to become useless. They will now say the factors of this world have affected them. No, they have not really paid attention to themselves. And that's why people like me are making videos like this. So as just to open your eyes to things that you might not be seeing, that nobody might even be discussing with you. You follow a pastor, you follow a celebrity online, I've seen a lot of people being blocked from different social media just because they had come there. The person blocking you knows that you are daft. You don't know your worth, because if you know your worth, you will know that if someone block you away from his social media, it's his loss. That's the truth. So tonight I'm not going to make this video long. That's just all I want to say. Open your mind. Ask yourself this question: Is this the way you want to continue to live your life, or you want to start paying attention to yourself so that you can also have a great future, so that you can also become someone other people can be looking up to and be following? It's all in your hand. So, like I said earlier, this is ABC, Future ABC Media Online TV, and my name remains Adeyanju. Until I come your way again, stay cool, subscribe to my station, to my channel, like it if you like it, help share it with your friend if you think the message makes sense, and your comments are welcome on at the comment section. If your comment needed to be responded to, I will personally respond to them. So until I come again next time, stay cool and stay blessed. Pay attention to your life. You will discover in the next 10, 15, 20 years that is worth it. And pay scant attention or no attention to other person's life, not at your own detriment. Stay blessed.